Welcome back. So, if you feel under the weather, you don't feel well. You have a cold maybe, or a stomach bug. Nothing too bad, but something that will make you want to stay in bed.
That's true. And next, the article says, what do you do?
Well, I would stay in bed. But the article says, okay, so going to a doctor is inconvenient, it's difficult. So, decades ago, you probably would have reached for the paper bag that held your household medicine kit. We have a few things to look at in that last sentence. We used the grammar would have reached to show what you would have done in the past if you had lived then. It's part of the third conditional sentence, like, if I had worked harder, I would have gotten better grades.
文章中 would have 加 PP 的句型是用来谈论过去可能发生的动作或事件，即使实际上并未发生。以今天的文章为例的话呢 ，Decades ago, you probably would have reached for the paper bag. 几十年前，你可能会去拿一个装药的纸袋。We also saw the vocabulary word household.
We did. The word household is spelled Household, all one word, household, and it means relating to a house and the people who live there. Household chores are jobs in the house, like cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, and so on. And a household medicine kit is a box or bag of medicine that you'd keep in the house.
Household 当名词呢，是住在一起的家人。那当形容词的时候呢，表示跟家庭有关的东西，像是 household chores 家事家务。那这课提到的 household medicine kit 就是家里面备用的医药箱。So we should explain the word kit as well, right?
Yes, we should. So a kit, K-I-T, kit, is a set of equipment needed for a particular purpose and stored together in a box or perhaps a bag. So a medicine kit would be all the drugs and other things we mentioned in today's introduction. A sewing kit would be needles, pins, thread, and so on. A camping kit would be a tent, ropes, a hammer, and all the things you need to go camping.
Kit 是一套工具组。A sewing kit 就是缝纫工具组，那里面就会有 needles 针啦、pins 别针，还有 thread 线等等的工具。那 a camping kit 露营工具组呢，里面就会有 tent 帐篷、ropes 绳子、a hammer 锤子和其他露营会需要的东西。
Okay, so in the past in Taiwan, people had household medicine kits. Let's read on. The article says this type of medicine kit was introduced to Taiwan in the 1930s during the Japanese colonial period. A colonial period is when one country is in control of another. So, like when Taiwan was ruled by Japan or Hong Kong by the UK.
日治时代叫 Japanese colonial period. Colonial 是形容词，殖民的。这个字来自名词 colony, C-O-L-O-N-Y, colony, 殖民地。And so when Japan was in control of Taiwan, the household medicine kit was introduced.
That's right. So this word introduce is spelled I-N-T-R-O-D-U-C-E, introduce. And to introduce something to somewhere means to bring something into use for the first time. So we could talk about Apple introducing smartphones to the world, for example. So what we mean is when the Japanese were here in Taiwan, they brought the medicine kits from Japan and got people in Taiwan to start using them.
Introduce something to somewhere. 这边不当介绍讲哦。Introduce 在这里是某人引进、带 带入某样东西到一个地方的意思。所以这句课文的意思是 Medicine Kit 在1930年代被日本人引进台湾。And next, the article explains how these kits worked. It says, since getting around was more difficult then, salespeople would travel to homes to deliver medicine kits.
Okay, I see. So rather than people going to see the doctor, it's almost like someone would come to see them. So because to get around means to get from place to place. It was harder to get around back then because there were either no or very few cars or scooters and probably not many trains. People used to stay closer to their homes in the old days.
That's right. Get around 是四处走动、溜达的意思。课文里面说，以前交通不方便，人们要去别的地方，比现在还要困难，所以商人才主动上门兜售商品。So salespeople had to come to them instead of having people come to their shops.
Yeah, that seems to be the way it works. So a salesperson, this is all one word, S-A-L-E-S-P-E-R-S-O-N, salesperson is someone who sells something. It could just be somebody who sells the things they make, like food or clothes or small products. And these days we use it to mean people who work for a company and sell its products to other companies or to individual customers. Now we use the word salesperson to mean that it could be a man or a woman.
That's right. Salesperson 在这里课文里面是指行脚商人、小贩，他们会沿街贩卖食物啦、衣服啦或小东西。那现在呢 ，salesperson 这个字通常指业务人员。那以前我们会用 salesman， 后面是 man 这个结尾的，但随着时代演变呢，改用 person 这个字比较中性，所以不论男生还是女生都可以用。Next, the article says,People would mark down which medicines they used and how much, and later pay the salesperson.
Oh, I see how it works. Okay, to mark down means there was probably a piece of paper like a menu with a list of all the medicines, and people made marks or notes, something like that, a little line next to one of them, okay, to say, okay, maybe one of these, we used two of these, we used one bottle of this. They make the marks on the paper, and that's how they figure out what they've used.
I see. And people were so honest.
Yeah, well, you have to be, don't you?
Mark down something 是用笔记下来，像以前的人会写下用了两颗 painkillers 2颗止痛药，一瓶 cough syrup 一瓶咳嗽糖浆等等哦。The medicine kits didn't just contain medicine though. Then the article says the packaging included colorful drawings of common health problems.
Oh, okay, that's helpful. Packaging means the paper, card, plastic, or other materials used to wrap the items. It could also mean the outside of the kit, or just the outside of the labels of the bottles or packets of pills inside the kit.
Packaging 是包装，在 medicine kit 的盒子上面有彩色的图片。Okay, so we also learned that these included people with headaches, coughing, or runny nose.
Yeah, or a runny nose. Now, if you have a runny nose, then liquid just keeps coming out of it. It's one of the things that happens when you have a cold.
Right, runny nose 是感冒流鼻水不停的这个症状，那要注意发音哦，是 y 结尾的 runny。不是 ing 结尾的 running 所以你不要说成 I have a running nose， 这样就变成你的鼻子掉下来自己跑走 ，OK？ 所以要说 I have a runny nose，OK？ But why would they have pictures of that on the medicine kit?
Well, the article explains that the pictures were there to help the illiterate choose the right medicine to take. Someone who is illiterate can't read or write, and when we say the illiterate, we mean people who were illiterate.
Illiterate 是形容词，意思是不识字的。 如果和定冠词 the 一起用的话，会表示社会上特定的一个族群，像 the illiterate 指文盲， the rich 有钱人， the poor 穷人。This wasn't the only way the kids helped people. The article says there were also homophones in the pictures.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, homophones are two words that have the same sound but a different meaning. For example, the color red and the past tense of the verb read, which is also read. So I read a book, I read a red book. Those are homophones.
Right. Homophone 呢，这个字的意思是同音异义的字，音一样，读音一样，但是意思不一样，拼法也会不一样。像是 homo 这个字首是一样，同一个的意思。那字跟 phone 呢，指的是声音，所以 homophone 字面上就是同一个声音的意思。像刚才 Pat 老师讲的，红色 red 和动词 read 的过去是 red， 念起来都是red， 但拼法不一样，意思也不一样，我们就可以说这两个字互为对方的 homophones.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those in Chinese, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well, here's an example from the medicine kit. It says, for example, a drawing of a shrimp next to a turtle when read out loud in Minnan, which is a language. How do you say Minnan in Chinese?
In Chinese?
Yeah, the word for that is...
right, it's 闽南语.
闽南语. Okay, so you read out a shrimp and a turtle when read out loud in Minnan if that's right, Minnan.
Right.
Sounds like the word for asthma. Okay, there you go. Now, to read out loud means to say the words out loud. Emma, maybe you can help me here as well. How does shrimp turtle sound like asthma? Asthma is a breathing disease.
Right. Okay, so my Taiwanese is awful, but I believe it's he gu.
Okay, so that's asthma, but it also sounds like shrimp turtle.
Yes, he and gu.
Right, okay, so Taiwanese and Minnan are the same or similar?
Right, Taiwanese and Mainland language are actually the same one, but with different cultural identity.
Oh, so maybe like Taiwan and Fujian kind of thing?
Yes, kind of thing, yes.
All right, I see. So back to the article and the history of these kits in Taiwan. The article says this delivery system began to disappear from Taiwan in the 1970s when the KMT, Kuomintang government encouraged people to visit doctors. Okay, here we saw the word system, S-Y-S-T-E-M, system. It's a set of things that work together, and it could mean a set of procedures for how something is done. So you could talk about different systems of government, so how the government works, or the education system, how the schools work, how people are governed or educated. Here we mean this idea of the kits, how they worked, how they were paid for, and so on. The KMT wanted people to use doctors instead of buying items from the kits.
System 是系统，课文这里是说这种药包寄送的运作系统 ，the delivery system 在1970年代的时候逐渐消失了。And things kept changing, as we see in the article, which says, finally, when national health insurance was introduced in 1995, the bags vanished from use. National health insurance is a system where the government takes money from people in order to help them have insurance to cover their medical expenses.
Okay, maybe you can translate that?
Yeah, sure. National health insurance 就是全民健保咯。那课文说，直到1995年全民健保实施以后呢，这种 medicine kit 就再也没有人使用过了。
Yeah, we saw the word vanish there, V-A-N-I-S-H, vanish, which means to disappear from sight. It's there 1 minute, but now it's gone. We often use this word in stories where people with magic disappear. It has the same meaning as kind of disappear, and it means that we don't understand this extra meaning. We don't understand where something has gone. It's vanished.
Right, it's like gone, right? Vanish 的意思是消失，而且是从眼前凭空消失。这个字和 disappear 差一点点的地方，就是在 vanish 是我们不知道这个东西消失以后跑去哪里，所以我们说凭空不见了。就像如果在一个故事里面施了魔法以后，人或东西不见，我们就可以说 vanish。
Okay, and that is the end of the first part of the article. So now it's time for today's For You chat question.